the gun and then what?
All right.
Light AT gun.
Nerds with Curds. Welcome to the Nerds with Curds podcast. Replace your cup of pop culture with Joshua Turbo and the Dorkfather on Twitch, and coming soon, Naked@9 with Xavier Michaels. EverCon, Central Wisconsin's largest gaming convention, March 4th through the 6th, 2022. Board games, role-playing games, vendors, retro video games, and much, much more. Badges are available right now. And as announced, yes, Video Game Museum will be twice as large as it has been in the past. And Ace Hardware, Merrill Ace Hardware, thank them for employing me on that. All right.
Shout out to.
All right, everyone. Scott, I gotta get yours down here just for a little bit. Ah! Yeah, I know. Welcome, everyone, to the Dorkfather stream. We are live here on Twitch, and tonight I have two special guests. Both of them have been on before, so first we will welcome Jason Peroutka back to my left over here.
Hey, guys.
And across the table, Mr. Lord of War himself, Scott Kreager. And tonight, we're going to be playing a game called Bolt Action from Warlords Games. Actually, you can't see that right now because I got a
I'm holding
thing.
it up to you, Brandon.
Oh, okay.
Get it right, goddammit.
Because I have that to go over it. See how I interlaid that? So that, okay. And now Scott's bringing it up. He's got himself the second edition rule book there.
Do you find folks that can speak and read English?
All right.
Nice bold letters.
Your teacher
So,
say, good
what
job.
is Bolt Action? Let's take we got a 5-minute video, and we will be right back with that.
Bolt Action is a fast-paced tabletop wargame themed on the conflicts and battles of the period between 1939 and 1945, known as World War II. From the shattered towns of France to the barren deserts of North Africa and the savage engagements on the Eastern Front, you lead your very own platoon into the furnace of war. Bolt Action includes a variety of factions, each representing one of the belligerent nations that saw action during the war. These include Great Britain, who had the ability to call on their Commonwealth allies, Canada, India, New Zealand, and of course, Australia. Armed with characteristic equipment such as the Bren gun, the Piat, the Bren carrier, Churchills, Cromwells, and Sherman Firefly tanks, along with the protection of the Brodie helmet, the Tommies were a force to be reckoned with. The German Wehrmacht was powerful, well-trained and well-equipped. They pushed the boundaries of technological advancement and managed to hold several nations at bay with lightning warfare for a time. As the war progressed, the Germans fought on every front, from the icy steppes of the Soviet Union, the dust-choked sands of North Africa, the beaches of Normandy, to the rubble-strewn streets of Berlin. The United States adopted a tactical doctrine that placed great emphasis on firepower and mobility. Featuring Sherman tanks, GIs, Marines and paratroopers, Warlords Range has everything you need to field a US force in bolt action. The vast Soviet Union was a sleeping giant, awakened by the invasion from the German forces in 1941. Soviet armies in bolt action typically outnumber their opponents. The Soviet Union had the largest army in the world at the beginning of the German-led invasion, with factories back in the motherland cranking out tanks and equipment night and day to feed the Soviet war machine. Aside from the aforementioned nations, we have provided army lists and have miniatures for the Japanese, French, Hungarians, Australians, Italians, Finnish, Belgians and the Polish. Each have a unique flavour and national characteristic. As its name implies, the scale of the war was worldwide. To reflect this, we have released a plethora of campaign books centred on various theatres of war. Campaign books take an in-depth look at the engagements that raged all over the world. From the 8th Army and Rommel's Africa Corps, duelling it out in the baking deserts of North Africa, to the sweltering jungles in Southeast Asia and the Pacific Islands, where the Japanese had campaigned against the British Empire and later fought the United States in the closing months of the war, to the Eastern Front when the Soviet Red Army pushed back the German advance and eventually reached Berlin itself. In addition to the army books, they include new units and special rules and allow you to recreate specific battles with new scenarios. If an infantry-based army is not your thing, then Tank War may be what you're looking for. This supplement allows you to field platoons consisting of tanks and armoured cars. Take a platoon of T-34s and try and halt your opponent's panzer divisions. Invest in a lot of points and you can field none other than the dreaded Big Cats, Panthers, Tigers, and even the Tiger II. We've also dabbled with a what-if scenario. What would have happened if Hitler had managed to land his troops on British soil? Operation Sea Lion and Gigant offer some very colourful scenarios and units that would normally look a little out of place on a Bolt Action table. Recently, Bolt Action has expanded into the Cold War with a book dedicated to the intense conflicts of the Korean War. 5 years after the end of World War II, this book allows you to take Chinese, North Korean and United Nations forces with new army lists, units and miniatures to represent the various forces and equipment that had developed since the Second World War. Such as the British Centurion, though some equipment had inevitably been brought back into use. For more details on Bolt Action, please visit boltaction.com and warlordgames.com.
Bow action.
All right, well, now that we established that certain people can't say the T in Bolt Action.
Bow. It's a bow action.
All right, Scott, you are going to lead the way today in explaining all this.
Okay.
First, we appreciate you. Let's do just a little getting to know you here, quick.
Hi. My name is Scott Kreager. I'm originally from Wausau, Wisconsin. And I still live in Wausau now. Lived in Merrill for a while. Set up one of the most legendary game stores in the history of the state of Wisconsin called Dorkfathers. Followed by another one called Rules of Engagement. And we don't need to talk about that one. And currently am partnering with Diecast here in Merrill, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And today we're going to talk about a game called Bolt Action.
So how long have you played Bolt Action?
I have been playing Bolt Action since I got the early version of the rules before they even published the first edition
What?
rule book.
Explain that to us.
Because I kiss ass like no one's business. And when I see a
As long as you
rep from
admit
a
it.
company,
Yep.
I go, yes, you are a handsome man. I bet you're the most popular person at your office. I bet you everyone wants to know who you are. And they go, here,
Have a
strange
book.
person, have a book. And then I'm like, yes, sucker. And anyway, big shout out to the Warlord rep back then. He gave me a lot of free stuff, and I don't regret any of it. But today we're going to talk about Bolt Action 2nd Edition. It came out, I want to say 2016. So it's had some time on the table already. There's some FAQs and things of that nature already been published and are easily accessed by going to the Warlord Gaming website. Just type in FAQ. It'll print out 8 pages for you. And it's got everything for every single book that you want to go through, because you've got your different selections like Overlord, and then your sub-books like the D-Day, British and Canadians.
Oh, different little things. Armies of Germany. No one knows what Armies
And
of
of
Germany.
course, your main Overlord book, Overlord book was so intense that they actually had to publish 3 separate books to do it right.
That's awesome.
And then you've got your core books, which basically cover your armies, which it's kind of funny is after these came out, they add more army stuff to these books. That way you've got a full realized army list. It's kind of like what they refer to with Magic as a living card game. Bolt Action is very much a living miniatures game.
So before we go any farther, Jason, what is your experience with miniature games? What other games have you played? Because this is your first time playing Bolt Action, but what kind of games have you played that are miniatures?
Well, I played with Scott when we played Mech Warrior back in the day.
Guys, we'll play Mech Warrior.
Man, what else did we play? We played Hero Clicks.
Oh, yeah.
We played
Battletech.
Mech Warrior, way back when too.
The RPG, not
Yes.
the clicky base.
No, not the clicky. Well, played that one later on. But
Yeah, and that was a good game too.
Yep.
I still play the clicky base one.
All right.
So, fairly broad. I mean, like I understand the basics of it.
Sure.
So Scott's gonna run me through.
So you have a resume that says you're a miniature gamer.
I am
You are a
very
miniature
light.
gamer.
I won't say nearly as heavy as you, but yes.
No
Right.
one is.
So,
Like dealing with a drug addict.
so before we move on, Scott's not drinking tonight. He's just having Coke Zero. But Jason, what are we drinking tonight?
I'm heavily medicated though, everyone.
Wow, we got Jameson Cold Brew tonight.
Maybe it'll be better right in this one.
Yeah, check that one.
Yeah,
Oh, there we
Jameson
go.
Cold
Yes,
Brew. Yep.
there we go. Jameson Cold Brew.
I can tell you it's pretty darn smooth.
You can smell the alcohol across the table.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
strong.
It is so good.
All right. Now that we got that out of the way, so for the most part, we are actually going to shut down the mini cams once the gameplay happens. But while everything is being discussed, we'll leave that up.
And we'll talk about everything as it's
Yep.
occurring, so that way the viewers get to
Yep.
watch this and understand what the hell they're doing.
Right,
Because
and
that
we're
can be
also
kind of crazy. And
Yep.
if there's anybody that has any questions,
feel free to pop in the stream.
let us know.
Chat it up on if you got questions or anything like that. I'll be monitoring that. We're also going to do some live camera stuff where we can bring this down right
Into the action.
into the action so you can see it as it's happening.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when we start locking in.
I didn't pay $22.50 for $22.50 for
You're a Loch Ness monster.
for junk here. So, all right, Scott, the camera is on you.
So, Bolt Action is a turn-based game using units of various armies from the world over. Today, I will be playing against Jason in this, what they call a core box starter for the Band of Brothers set, which is available from Warlord Games and 1011 Outfitters, Northcom Armory.
Is it at Diecast also?
It's also available at Diecast.
And does Odin carry it, or
You
can order it from Odin's.
Odin's can get it in.
Yep.
I'm talking
We are-
John. I do believe he has some on order right now. He's getting,
we're friends with a lot of game stores?
and it's a good problem to have.
It is a very good problem to have.
So back to what we're going to be doing today is this is what you're going to get in your core box of Band of Brothers. You're going to get approximately about 10 to 12 German soldiers, as you can see if you want to point them out there, and then what they call a Hanomag or a half track, which is for this purpose is a SDKFZ. And all you historical gamers, if I said that wrong, you can correct me.
Roast.
I don't think anyone's
but
going
it's
to be
a-
correcting you.
It's a 251/10 with an anti-tank gun on it.
Okay?
These are also not finished painted models
you can-
because
If you really want to, you can bring them up there like
check
that.
it out.
you
Yeah,
can
you
actually
bring it
just
up
hold it
to
up so
there.
that people can see the quality of the miniatures because it is
This is
there.
what we got.
They're high end
Yep.
28 millimeter. They come with multiple
You can
options,
go right in there.
so that if you decide you want to make nothing but riflemen, you have that option. But the gameplay allows for when you set up your squads to pay for things like Hitler's buzzsaw, rifles, and a wide variety of different equipment to put your opponents on their ass.
My dude who's sleeping in the back.
All right. So Jason's holding
Gotta
some of
get
that
where you
stuff
can, right?
up there.
Right.
But he's playing what they call here veterans.
Yep. So besides Warlord, is there any other companies that make decent size scale models for this that you can use?
Yes.
Okay.
One of the things that happened after Warlord came into business with the 156 scale, because that's the scale that they decided to go with, because 172 and 148 would have just been obscene, and 135 was
Crazy.
right out of the let's make a game that's so big no one can play it. What happened was there was a company called Rubicon Models which started modeling and drawing them up in 3D, and basically they put themselves on the map as it's like at Warlord, it's like buying a Ford.
Yep.
If you look at Rubicon, you're buying the BMW or the higher end.
I think they have a Rubicon box thing.
And the nice thing about Rubicon is that when you purchase them, you get all the options with one tank. So if this was a Warlord kit, you just get the one tank. But if you buy this Hetzer, you get all the options to build it multiple ways.
Yep.
You can build it 3 or 4 different versions of it, and they're all historically accurate,
Yep.
historically correct.
And we're not anti-Warlord. We just
Nope.
feel that
Nope.
you need to know the options. Literally. There's other stuff out there.
So the
and-
SDF I showed earlier is your standard pattern. This is one from Rubicon. The models are going to be completely different to build, but at the end they're going to be exactly the same.
Yep.
And they play exactly the same. So
Crazy.
if you wanna go the cheap route, drop $150 on a 3D printer, go to town.
Sure.
The STLs are available out there, and I know they're for free.
So the Bolt Action Rulebook, it's a Warlord Games book, but it's published by Osprey Games, who does a
Osprey.
lot of other games, and they're a historical company that does publishing of different things. So they try to get it
Osprey is
right.
actually joint in the publishing and making sure that everything they do inside of the game, as far as like the campaign books like D-Day, is all accurate and to the T.
Yep.
From dates to making sure that the right units are available, and even going over the scenarios that are published to make sure that the right units are mentioned and properly documented. So that way, if you're really, this game you can get as historically accurate as you want to, but I'm not that big of a geek about history.
Sure.
And I like the idea of being able to have the USMC fight the Germans, or
And-
the Japanese fight the British for England.
Right.
You know?
And while I am a history guy, I also do like to do alternate stuff like that.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I like
that's-
playing scenarios. I like to play out things, but I like to see how things would play differently. I love Osprey Publishing. And by the way, Jay Bowski, Naked at Nine's on. Mr. Xavier Michaels himself is on. And he says, and I quote, "You fucks are too sober."
Always.
How drunk are you? Like, I'll throw the challenge out.
And down goes the gauntlet.
So every time, so here's the deal. Every time a model goes down, Jason's gonna drink for himself, and I'm gonna drink for Scott.
Yes.
There you go.
So what was it? So you guys known each other for a long time. Who? You guys.
Like all of us.
Okay. So Scott
Someone
was in the
mentioned
army.
Too long.
Scott was in the army.
Yeah.
And Jason was in the Marines.
Yep. Semper
On
Fi.
that. So we got a good bunch of military guys
You were
here.
in the Boy Scouts.
I was in the Boy Scouts.
I was actually in the Boy Scouts too.
Yeah, I was not allowed to join.
Scott was
anything.
kind enough to
Alternate
let me
history,
use
does that
his Marine Corps die.
Alternate his- so-
Because I wanted to sound like I was
So
mentally
Jay,
challenged.
Jay is asking alternate history. Does that include the pocket dimension where you actually get laid? I'd like to say I have 3 kids. I got laid at least 3 times.
And I haven't peroxided my hair once in my life.
Ooh.
Burn? Yes.
Oh man. Anyways, all right.
Feel that burn.
Moving on here.
Ric Flair called. I don't even need to say anything.
You don't need to say a darn thing.
Anyway.
All right. So with that, Scott, I'm gonna let you take it away.
So, one of the first things we're going to talk about is how the turn goes for bolt action. This is a new way to do it as far as I'm concerned, and most people are kind of surprised by the whole thing. So, one of the things you're going to find is that each one of the units uses a turn token. Each token has 6 different orders on it, and I'm just going to show you the one side if y'all can see it.
A little closer. There you go.
Now, each one of these tokens has advance, fire, down, run, ambush, and rally. Each one of those has a different response in
Sure.
gameplay.
turn up the icon's mic if he is gonna tease people. He's quiet. I moved the mic closer to him. We have one mic. It's
If I'm going to tease people, I'll just show them pictures of you.
Oh my lord.
Burn! Oh, it's too
like
easy.
it.
It's too
Okay,
easy.
well I need another
Too
drink.
easy. It's just too easy.
Cheers.
Well,
you need a drink.
I need a little drink here. So.
I thought we were cheersing here.
Well, I will cheers.
So anyway,
some more drinks.
each one of these units gets one of these, and this represents the orders that they will be taking in the game.
Okay.
So
you.
for my side, which I'm
sir.
playing U.S. paratroopers, I'll be using 4 of these,
Roast.
and I'm going to be putting in this nice, expensive, embroidered bag from the fine folks at Warlord. Now, Jason, who's playing the Here Veterans, will also be having 4 of those same similar tokens, but theirs are different colors, because when we go to see whose turn it is, we take the dice bag. Whoa! And then we open it up, and we blindly pick out a token. Oh no, I picked out a German token. That means he gets to place his first unit in his deployment area. His deployment area will be 6 inches from the table edge for this scenario. So we'll measure in 6 inches. Can you all see my fat hands?
Yep, we can see it.
6 inches in. I'm going to hand the tape measure to Jason so he can place his first unit.
So, commenter Mr. Bowski says, "Wow, Scott is in rare form. I will one day be as cool as him, hopefully."
Well, the morgue does have lots of refrigerators.
So do I go?
So you can place your model within your deployment area
From the back or from the front?
within that 6-inch pocket.
Okay, so like this.
Yep.
All right.
Think of it as tucking it. Anyway,
Damn it. All right.
so typically we hand the bag to the next player, where they will choose the next token, regardless of whose token it is pulled out. And he pulled another German.
All right.
For me, playing against him, this gives me the opportunity to see him set his models up before me, and therefore I can project better as to where I need to go. Y'all should be within 1 inch of one another. And there's only 5 models, so it's super easy.
So you can actually spread them out then?
Up to 1 inch away.
Okay.
Think of the width of your finger.
Yeah, should be good then.
Yeah. There are templates do come into play with this game. And this is what the template looks like. 1 inch, 2 inch for you, Jay. 3 inch, 4 inch for you, Ryan. And how that works is when you have models, you can just basically place it over them. And if you can touch at least half of each of those models, Timber.
So good.
By the way, you like these trees, Jason?
I do.
Available from your local Ace Hardware.
Well, they were available from Ace Hardware as the
No
Christmas,
more.
So it would fit
Christmas
in there.
tree.
Yeah, depending on the type of template you're using.
Okay.
Because there are 4 sizes of template.
So it was a Christmas tree
1
thing
inch,
for Christmas
2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch.
decorations, and they were in a closeout for like you get like 6 of them per package for under $4.
That's great.
Yeah.
Shoot me the link again.
Shoot you the link. I will
Yes.
shoot you.
So
the
I'm
link.
drawing the 3rd token now for the setup. Yay! Scott gets to go. So I'm going to take the old 6-inch tape measure. I'm going to measure out 6 inches. And I'm going to place a team. I'm going to hand it back to Jason.
All
Jason's
right.
now going to pick a token. I'm not going to announce this every time we do it from here on.
Here you go
because
again.
this would be kind of ridiculous having to listen to us prattle on like we were some has-been wrestler. Anyway.
Oh, you're not even drinking.
Brutal.
Brutal. Can you imagine?
I sent it to your messenger, Jason.
Yep, got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
Now, as you place your units, you want to put out the tokens for them accordingly. Turned to the proper side so that you know that they are running or advancing or down or in a rally position. That way, your opponent isn't exactly confused. But this is the deployment, and you really aren't going to be able to do anything but set your models out, depending on the scenario. So, sometimes you're going to be playing regular tournament-style scenarios where it'll be a crazy army versus another crazy army, or you have your theater scenarios that are like Overlord,
Yep.
Where you're going to have specific army lists playing specific army lists. And that's just, it's pretty effortless to figure it out.
They don't want your shirt to come off again, do they?
God, I hope not.
She doesn't get it this time.
Just say no, little Bobcat.
Wow.
The response to me sending the link was, show me that dick.
We ain't
No.
flopping nothing out
No,
tonight.
because Jay will get way too excited about that.
Oh my
And
gosh.
we just don't need that.
Just send him a picture of dick. Oh, you meant a penis.
Yes.
Oh, not a dick. Oh, yeah.
So, well, I guess it's not going to be family friendly tonight.
Do you know who's here?
Maniacal laugh.
I kind of knew something going into this. All right.
Tape measure.
Just make sure, you guys, when you're
Thank you,
talking,
sir.
that you're projecting your voice just a little bit louder.
Why? Sorry.
No, you're all right.
Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
You just can't talk like this. That's all.
My bad.
You're okay.
I got 81 million votes. Biggest loser ever.
Biggest loser. All right. Anyone who is watching, please comment in the chat. Say hi to everyone. Let us know where you're at. So one of the neat things that I always wanted, and the reason that I got the mics that I did, or the cameras that I did, was so we could show some of this stuff a little bit better. So Jason over there
Throwing up my
is
legs.
lining up like this.
Zoom in.
I could zoom, but this is...
The last token.
So Jason, without giving away a strategy,
Strategy.
what's kind of your thoughts and plans here?
I'm gonna kill the opponent.
Oh, okay. Well,
Astonishing.
I know, right? I mean,
It's like,
it's so convoluted.
so what the point of the mission is to kill people? And it's a war game. Crazy. It's like the first time I've ever heard that.
As I
idea.
tell my daughter, it's cray cray.
What?
oh my gosh.
What?
What?
All right.
What? Anyway. I'll give you cray cray. So, that concludes all...
No dick for you.
Who's what? No. No. So you want to pick up your order tokens again.
Okay.
Now we are going to start the official first round now that we've all deployed. So, whoop, whoop. Shaking the bag because, Jay likes that kind of thing.
Thanks, Jay. Have a good night.
Bye!
Ooh.
Decisions.
So you change it to whatever side you want.
Whatever
you're going to
So
do.
let's go over the different orders. That'd be
Yes.
this is a good
Yes,
moment for
let's
this.
order
do that.
phase.
So-
order phase.
So you announce what the order is, and I'll tell you what it does.
So order phase. On this one, because
I'll just tell you what it does. You just tell me what the facing says.
I'm going to advance.
So that means you're going to be able to do what would be considered a slow move. You have a walk move, and then you have a run move. This would be a walk move. So that would be, if you are using troops, it's 6 inches. If you're using a half track, it's 9. If you're using a wheeled vehicle, it is 12. And then if you do a run with those same stats, running would be 12 inches for a soldier. A half track would get 9 inches or 18 inches. And then the wheeled vehicles would get 24. Now, mind you, if you do a run action, you cannot do anything else after you've done so. So now
Alright.
you understand that. You understand what run means now as well. Advance means you can do one walk type movement and shoot yet. Down means you're literally going to go down and you're not going to do anything. And basically, it gives you a +1 to your getting, or a -1 to being shot at. The ambush allows you to do nothing but wait for someone to come into range of you, and then you can decide to shoot at them.
So when you measure, are you measuring from the back of your unit
The front
or
of
the
the
front?
You're going to move front to front.
Front to front. All right. So
I think I have another tape measure somewhere. You would think in this house I would have one somewhere.
You would think a guy who works at a hardware store would have a tape measure.
So I think this unit is going to run.
Okay. So they can run out that far.
All right. And terrain modifiers.
It's a -1 for rough terrain, but there's really no rough terrain here. It's just hills. That's more for the line of sight disruption.
Okay.
So they decided to run.
Yes.
So then you would put the facing
Put the
of
run.
next to them. And we will go for the next action. Hey, I'll take that one.
The one that popped out.
Wasn't by design or anything. So I'm going to do, I see an opportunity here. So I'm going to do an advance.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. And he wants to see what's going to happen.
I do, actually, and that's kind of why I did what I
So
did.
I'm going to move over there. Now this is where range becomes interesting, because where the paratroopers are concerned, they have 5 submachine guns. And
you know, just for a second here before you go
5
and
regular rifles.
start shooting things, just to show how neat this is when you get down to this level. So around here. I mean, how cool is that to be able to? It's like you're playing with G.I. Joe.
so
G.I. Joe.
the red would be pistol range.
Okay.
That would be submachine gun range. So we are within submachine gun range.
For the first.
And then regular rifles are 24-inch range. So
Okay.
all 5 of my rifles are well within there. Now here's the rub, as they say. If you're shooting more, so if your weapon only shoots 12 inches, anything more than half your distance is a +1 to what you need to roll. So typically you need to roll a 3, you would need to roll a 4.
Okay.
If you have cover, you would need to roll a 5. And so on, and so on, and so on. So I have to shoot specifically certain weapons first and declare which ones I'm going to shoot first in order to do this properly, where it's not going to be an unfair advantage. So I'm going to fire the submachine guns at his squad.
Okay.
Now, from where I'm sitting, I have very good view of them. They do not really have any type of cover. And
Sit on the open.
if he had decided to put them down, or if the scenario allowed, he could have said that they were hidden. But that is not today. So I'm firing 2 shots per submachine gun for 5 submachine guns. And for you homeschooled kids, that's 10. So I need 4s or better.
Ooh, lots
So
of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 hits from the submachine guns. Then I have another 5 shots from the kids that brought their regular rifles. So there's another 1. And I only need 3s on those.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
for those homeschoolers. All right, so another 4 hits
Nice.
for that. So those 5 here veterans just took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits total. Now I have to roll to hit them. But since they're veterans, I need 5s to wound. So 11 shots on 5 veterans. All but 1 have died.
Nice.
So they are going to have to take an immediate break test.
Okay.
So you're going to roll 2d6, and you need to be under. Since they're veterans, you're going to have a psychology of 10. So you're going to need to roll under a 9, or you're going to run over. And that is exactly
A 9.
a 9. So you have broken. So
Yay.
you're going to run.
Yay.
So they're going to be automatically considered down.
Okay.
Because of that. Now this is where it becomes interesting. He took four wounds, so he's going to remove 4 of those models. None of these guys were snipered, so he gets to pick which monkeys he wants to take off that hilltop.
They all have the same rifle too, don't they?
They're all, I believe so.
Yeah.
They're all riflemen.
Yep,
so.
they all look like it.
So anyway,
3, 4.
he's going to get 1 left, and then we're going to put what I call, or Warlord calls, a pin marker on him. Because he is under fire. So that puts his psychology now at, he probably lost his NCO.
I believe so.
You did. You took him off.
Yep.
So he loses 1 for his NCO. He loses 1 for the pin. So when he rolls for his, he needs to be under 8. So anything that would be a 7 or less would be sufficient. So he's technically pretty much done right now.
Oh, yeah.
So that leaves, a lot of letters home to be written by the Sarge.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now you can.
Ugh.
This is not going well already.
Well, it's just a learning thing.
Yeah,
so.
I expect a whole lot out of this.
Oh, no. I wanted you to see how everything worked out.
Yep.
Close combat is way more brutal than that, too.
Right.
And we'll walk through a close combat situation at the end of this.
So Jason, you're. Well, okay. First off, Scott, what armies are you currently playing? What armies do you have?
I am playing armies of the United States. I have a small contingent force of the armies of Great Britain, which is particularly an SAS faction.
Okay.
And I have a small faction of Germans, which I have set up as a 16-man unit of Waffen.
Yep.
And about 12 guys that are just German here, Wehrmacht type troops.
All right. And while Jason's talking, so I have Germans and I have what do I got? I got some.
You have the Waffen,
the Waffen and the
Fallschirmjäger, and you also have the Kreager and the here.
Yep. So Scott knows my army better than I know my army, because
This is my job.
because that's what he does. Jason, what have you been considering without even knowing anything about the game? What have you been considering
In terms of
an army to play?
Well, he did mention that he wanted to play the Papua New Guineans
Yeah.
because
But you were talking
little pops and clicks,
Japanese.
boomerangs. It's the boomerangs.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the Japanese.
Yeah, you can play the Vichy French too if you really wanted to.
Oh, hey.
Oh, oui.
Or the Senegalese.
They're the French. Are they really an army?
Actually, they have an amazing artillery section.
They do.
I can't really make fun of the list because I looked at it, I'm like, I can't do it.
That's probably why they made them so good.
I just can't do it.
But Scott and I were talking about this at one point. The French at the beginning of World War II were better equipped, better manned than the Germans were.
Vegas had them picked to win the whole shit.
Yeah. The problem is that they weren't.
There was no Vegas.
There was a brain drain
Right.
after World War I in
I wouldn't
France.
call it that. I wouldn't call it that. I would call it being set in your ways.
Yeah.
They didn't believe that there was another way to fight. And that
Right.
was what happened.
Yeah, there wasn't that SF, the thought process of how to change how warfare would go about.
Then
Whereas the
Mannheim
Germans with the
Steamroller-
Blitzkrieg just was like, oh, here we go.
I think we're gonna advance these guys.
Okay. Whereabouts? You're going to go over the rocky hillside there?
I am.
Now-
Advance is 12 inches?
6 inches?
6 inches.
6 inches and then shoot.
Okay, so
Now, depending on who you're playing with, they may consider the hill he's climbing over to be rough terrain.
Okay.
Today, I am not considering it rough terrain because this is Mr. Perouka's first time. And I'm
we're
gonna be
in a
gentle.
learning session.
Please be gentle.
So just move your first model and just advance one of this behind it. Or I'll make you watch The Matrix.
The Matrix redubbed.
Hey, you Neo. No!
Is that what they said?
No. Everybody's talking to him like he's some kind of Jesus. Thank you, computer Jesus. I made all these good movies and then I made 2 pieces of crap. Isn't that right, Bill and Ted? Alright. Okay, so are you going to attempt to shoot at this time?
Yes, because I have an MG42.
Yeah. So, an MG42 has a range of...
48.
So this is definitely within your short range of those fellas. Okay.
Sunday
it's
One
going to be a
Silence.
3.
So Sunday One Silence, he is a first-time chatter. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to like and subscribe and all that. I don't have your faces on there, but thank you for joining us. Thank you for. He says, "Hi guys, great game." I can turn our lovely faces back on. Just trying to get as much of the board as possible on there. So again, we got Scott Kreager over here. We got Jason Peroutka here, and the Dorkfather right here, and we're learning bolt action. Sunday One Silence, are you a bolt action player or a miniatures tabletop player? Go ahead, guys.
All right.
We're doing that.
So what you're going to do is you're going to look at your LMG. What is your... It will say how many dice are next to it.
I get 2 shots
For the LMG.
Oh no, that's
Up
not
one.
it.
Up one.
Up one.
Yep, one.
Yep.
Here.
Let's see here. LMG.
You
I
get
get 4.
No, you get 5. But why, Scott? Because it's Hitler's buzzsaw. And according to the special rule in the armies of Germany, Hitler's buzzsaw gets 1 extra dice.
So, Sunday One Silence is a bolt action player. Are you from this area? Or in the Wisconsin area? Hey, Joshua
Josh.
Turbo's on, and Jay has
Jay's
decided to
back.
join us.
Hey, Jay!
Oh my.
I thought you left, buddy.
Back to the
Couldn't get enough of it.
basics.
He couldn't get enough. That's
He
what
could
it-
not.
You got Scott Kreager and Jason Peroutka. That's just too much.
That's
And then
right.
You throw,
It's all over.
you
my
throw the
gosh.
cherry on top with Ryan, and it's just too much.
We're
It's a
just
delight.
three
It's a
great
delight.
looking guys. Oh, he's in Jersey. So Sunday One Silence.
What
is
part
in
of Germany?
Jersey.
Oh,
Jersey.
I thought Germany.
Like
was
Jersey Shore.
Oh, I know it's
Snooky. So
you're getting drunk love.
you're
off of
gonna
our
get
beverages.
5 hits because he rolled 3 of the Semper Fi logos,
Semper Fi.
and then he rolled 2 3s, which are the minimum he needed, and there's no cover at all. So
He's gonna mow some motherfuckers down.
Yeah. no.
So let's go.
So,
over this.
yeah.
So those
So,
guys that are
you
right
are
over there
shooting
that
at
are gray.
paratrooper veterans. So now you need to take those 5 dice and roll them again, or another 5 dice, and need 5s or better to wound guys.
5s or better.
This is where they turn.
Oh no!
And he gets none.
I got none.
Now you got a new dice
But
here.
here's the other part of that. You did shoot at them, and you did shoot at them successfully.
So they get
So now let's talk about pin markers, shall we? Because pin markers are important. And our friend out in Jersey will probably agree to what I'm about to say about them because he probably played this game once or twice. When you get that pin marker, so if they haven't fired yet this turn, and they already have, so they're already done for the turn. But if they had not fired yet this turn, they would have to roll 2d6 against their leadership, which is a 10, minus 1, which they succeed. So I needed a 9 or less. So anyway, back to that. So you did your shooting. I get a pin marker. We're moving on with our day. Shake, shake, shake.
So the great Jabowski making a 9. He says, "Yes, us washed-up wrestlers love watching the Army kick the Marines' asses."
Well, this isn't Army versus Marines.
It's cold.
That is cold.
Ooh, I should put my coat on.
It's kind of a burn.
It burns. Like gonorrhea.
It burns.
It only burns.
It burns is us.
Like the gonorrheas.
Come on, Jay. Come and have a drink.
Maybe washed up then unwashed. Yeah, all right, okay.
You know,
Hey, I do
I
like.
took a shower last week.
I know, right?
No one's
I mean,
complaining at my house because no
hey.
one's home.
Hey, I was all about the Wonder Wash. You know, undercarriage, the whole 9 yards.
Little baby powder for
Yeah,
dryness.
yeah.
Yeah.
It feels like angels massaging your junk
Wow.
with cold hands,
Wow.
which feels awesome.
Okay, wow. I'm glad we got that on tape. So, Scott, what are you doing over in the corner there?
I'm
Very nice.
gonna
Behind all those
advance-
trees that I can't see.
I'm advancing paratroopers.
He's gonna fling some shit.
I'm going to shoot another 5 dudes that just shot my dudes.
Yep.
And we're going to have a little bit of fun with them.
Hell yeah, you are.
Yeah!
Let's see if we can get a better shot at the action here.
That is an AT gun, which isn't that horribly great, but
In an effort to speed things up, I'm going to roll extra dice at the same time. So the black dice are going to be the regular rifles. The green dice are going to be...
Okay,
my
so
subs.
you are those guys, right?
Yeah.
And you're
Yes.
shooting these guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Just want to make
Now,
sure.
I need 4s on the green dice. I need 4s on the green dice, and I need 3s on the black dice.
Yep.
And another tree goes down.
You got 3 on the black.
And we got another 8 hits.
Okay.
4, 5, 6,
Nope, we got 9 hits.
9
9
hits.
hits.
So this
More
game,
than enough.
this game is a little brutal. It could be a little fast, huh?
Oh, it's
Honestly, I'm going to be
definitely-
honest with you. My dice are on fire tonight.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
not even funny.
He's been rolling an insane amount of high
Yeah,
dice.
tell me about
And
it.
I'm going to roll for 5s because these are veterans.
Oh God. 1, 2,
1, 2, 3,
4.
4 more dead.
Yep, 4 more dead.
Bring out your dead!
You gotta say that in German, though.
Yeah, he
Okay,
is.
no one knows that.
His
All right.
dice. Oh God.
Well,
I do
I'm
not
playing
speak
American,
German.
so I don't care.
Oh, you don't have to. Yeah. But then why are you doing it in a British
I
accent?
guess.
Die, you Nazi fuckers.
That's what we want to hear.
That's
Yeah, his dice are
Devastating.
way on
You are right.
fire.
Sunday one
No,
silence.
that's fine sandpaper and then polishing them again.
Yeah.
Shit,
So
right?
Sunday one silence.
Loaded to the side, just.
I'm gonna call him S1S. He is. He says devastating.
Oh, it is devastating. I mean, to be honest, we've got killing blow. We've only got a couple more turns, and I'm basically going to be gone.
You've got nothing.
Both of my units are gone already.
We're in round 1.
Yes. Yep.
You haven't even activated all your stuff.
And, this, and like I said, kids,
Oh, here,
this
let me
is
get
the
that.
Band of Brothers. This is the Band of Brothers box set, and this is supposed to be an even match, but
Oh, it's just. It's so
Wow.
one-sided right now.
When the dice roll
but
your way.
he has yet to get the half track involved, and the half track uses anti-tank guns,
Yep.
which I'm anxiously waiting to see what he's going to do when that comes rolling on because it uses templates. And templates are 1-inch templates, and all my guys are standing there holding hands singing Kumbaya.
I was a little bit curious about that, actually.
Yeah, you're about to
find out.
you're about to do that.
Kumbaya.
So there's going to be an advance.
What?
You know,
Nah.
like crazy. Like
So
crazy.
that's a light anti-tank gun. If I'm not incorrect, take a look at the belly of that beast.
Light anti-tank gun.
So the light anti-tank gun, according to the rules, has a 48-inch range. This mat is 3x3, so everybody's in range.
All right, never mind. I'm not going to advance.
You don't need to.
Josh,
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot
okay.
at people.
So before you go too much farther, Josh would like to know if we can chat about the landscape. Was it made or bought that way?
So the neoprene mat is available through distribution. Most game stores can get these relatively easy. This is the 3x3. Let's not talk about the trees because Mr. Schwartzman has made it abundantly clear that he provided those wonderful,
Well,
wonderful trees.
yeah, Josh doesn't know. So those trees, Josh, those are actually trees that Ace Hardware
So we're
sold
gonna shoot
part of
at
the
them.
Christmas collection, and they were in a closeout. If you need some trees, let me know because I bought a couple cases of these because they were that cheap.
So we're gonna launch into these guys here.
Okay, so
All right.
you're going to get one shot.
Okay.
So you can look at what it says here. So, anti-tank gun.
Anti-tank gun.
So plus
+4.
4 penetration. That comes into play when you're shooting at tanks. There's no other tanks.
Yeah,
over there.
that's what I
So it
figured.
really doesn't matter. But you'd add that +4 to whatever you roll, and then that goes towards your armor.
I do have a commercial for them. Would you like to know? Would you like the commercial, Jay? Is that what you're doing? Here we go.
So you first off,
And
you
we're
take
back.
the shot.
All right, there's your commercial, Jay.
All right. So we're gonna take our shot.
One shot. And he rolled a 6. Good shot. And now we're going to use the template. So he's got 3 paratroopers in his shites. because he's German. Shite.
Aha!
So he's going to take 3 dice, and he's going to
Okay.
roll 3 dice and attempt to place wounds on the said paratroopers.
Yeah, actually, it was pretty cool when I found them in.
What?
They also.
This is in a 3.
Wow.
There we go.
Because this is completely off topic. But
Shootsing
they have,
boopsons.
they have trees that look like this, too.
We gotta make some come back a little bit. Just a
And
little
now
bit.
I've taken
An
my...
army guy. You're gonna say no way an army guy
Second
can
pitch.
make sexy
Second
trees
pitch.
like that? Maybe not. Maybe a marine on there.
But an army guy made that.
For
is
Sunday One
awesome.
Silence, if you didn't know, we are from Central Wisconsin. We're actually located in Merrill.
Some of us.
Some of us from Wausau.
Some of us have
On there.
I'll be in Wausau again eventually.
But the EverCon game convention will be holding, I believe, some bolt action stuff, right?
Correct.
Okay.
We're
Nice.
going to have a little bit of tournament action going on. We're going to play 1,000-point tournament style. So it doesn't matter what army you play. You're going to be playing somebody. It might be the same army list. It could be a different list. But it's going to be a single platoon, 1,000-point format. And I think we'll have some fun with it.
Yep.
Ryan has already given me the criteria for getting in for free. So
No one gets it. Yeah, let's go Badgers. You got that right.
Go Badges.
Go Badges.
go Badges.
Go Badges.
Badges.
Go home.
Badges.
We don't need no
Now
stinky
we draw
Badges.
again.
Oh, yeah. Still reeling from the damage I took.
Finally. For multiple hits.
It's me. It's me now.
It's you.
It was always me.
It's all about
Scuttle,
you.
scuttle, scuttle. Click, click, click. And they're going to do
Not
an
me.
advance move. And then we're going to...
I do enjoy this.
What do you have? Oh, your command unit.
Yep, command unit.
Now, there are specific rules for command, but we're not going to get in going with this. We're going to wait until we're going to do a special thing about how command works and how useful it can be, and then some of the ways you can make it work for you better in general play. We're going to highlight artillery that way. We're going to do forward observers that way, and we're going to do specific units that are geared towards improving your overall strategy.
So you're saying you can't learn everything in one game?
I would say most people can't,
Okay.
and I'm not most people, and I didn't.
Well, there's just a lot to learn. I mean, even in some of the basic stuff that you're doing,
And one of the-
it might take a couple of
And
rounds.
to add on to what you just stated, you're going to learn stuff from your opponent every time you play, because
Yep,
he's
sure.
not going to think about the game the same way you would. Otherwise, why bother playing the guy?
Right.
I'm gonna run up to
Run to the hills. So what is kind of really neat about this more overall is that there's so much stuff from World War II that is incorporated into this. Even though a lot of people tend to play similar things, as you play more often, you find different tanks work differently, half tracks. You find players playing with different types of teams. You find unique teams to play,
Fine. Stink
scenarios. You're playing with Snaky. What?
I said you find people that stink at the game.
Oh, stink at the game? Wow, that's...
And that was the last order token I have, so gather them up, little children.
Okay.
So all of his units are still on the table, despite being completely hammered.
obliterated.
Hammered is not the right term for that.
Ass fucked.
That sounds a little bit better.
It seems more realistic.
Thank you to live crew.
Right?
Jesus Christ. Face
Maybe
down.
a Marine could be so articulate.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I read. Fuck you.
He's a classy Marine.
I think he was talking
I threw a
about
pinky out,
making
fuck it.
sexy trees, so...
Make it count, hero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stick it out like you want to lose it. Because that's exactly what's going to... I would go with your Hanomag again. I would.
That's what I was actually gonna do.
You truly have a definite opportunity to do something
Let's
there.
fire on the three guys together.
You do that?
I really don't think so.
So advance and fire, maybe?
Do you have your line of sight little...
See these walls?
Mm-hmm.
That says no.
Okay.
You can probably see maybe this.
So
They're probably
then-
doing like this number. You know, hey, you cannot see us, fucker.
Maybe.
You might see their helmets, but that's about it.
Maybe. Maybe I'll launch on bro.
I would continue to hammer those.
Just hammer the
corners.
big group of dudes.
Yeah.
The bro fest over there.
The Bro Fest.
Yeah. Let's
Make the asshole pucker. Yeah.
let's fire on the bro fest again.
Okay, 1 dice.
1 dice.
You're gonna need a tres.
Ah!
Alright,
No!
one.
That is not
9.
9.
Nothing.
Oh, he would have liked a 9 off of a 6.
So
I would've liked a
I
nine.
did not get a pin for that.
God, no.
Man.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Hey, there's some more sorry ass shit for you, buddy.
Thank God. Assault rifle.
Sure.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
I'm assuming that's what he has.
9. He only has 1 rifle.
Oh, okay. So single shot rifle.
Single shot.
Gotcha. But he should be able to hit bros. Or is he too far out? He's too far out.
He's too fucking far away.
Alright, so we advance. Because fuck it.
No.
Because why not?
Because why wouldn't you?
Yep.
You can move as far as the red. That's probably good.
Yes.
Oh wait, he shoots 24. You're fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's got a regular rifle.
Yep.
Yeah, 24.
You don't have to advance. You can
Okay,
just
so
fire.
he was good there.
Just fire.
Yep.
Yeah. Just squeeze them triggers. You're just gonna have to roll a +1.
Yep.
So instead of a 3, you need a 4. That's all.
I need a 4. There we
Oh,
go. There's
there.
a 6er.
Okay. You're just pinning the fuck out of them bastards.
And then I roll again.
Sure.
A 4?
A 4. I needed
No.
a 5.
You needed 5.
I needed a 5.
So that's
I cannot kill people, but I can pin them real well.
Oh, suffering succotash. Hey, it's my turn.
Sons of bitches. But
So-
he has other units to move around.
So here's the rub. I have 3 pins on a unit that has 10.
Getting tons of dudes.
So I need to roll a 7 or less to see if I can even give them this order. Otherwise, they're just going to sit there going, oh man, it sure sucks to get shot at. And
I
I
wish you had
definitely got it.
You got
So
a 4.
We
we're
should have had the
definitely...
camera up and running when you did that.
So they're going to move up, and I'm also going to take one of these pins off because I successfully passed.
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
Yeah, Shamiz.
I like the sex.
Don't make my COVID's going to kick in.
And now they are going to totally bend that dude over.
It's smoking
Real
like a,
hard.
smoke 'em like a pack of fucking cools.
Yep, pretty
We
much.
noticed you.
You know,
Hey, little buddy.
4 out of 5 doctors recommend cools over other.
It's the doctor's choice.
Right.
ESPN.
Yeah, that was speaking to your ass raping that you got.
Right?
My ass is fine.
You did not make it further in the playoffs, sir.
Uh,
I did, however. So suck it, Troy. Yeah,
Alright. I haven't seen Troy in a long time.
I haven't either. I need to get down and see him again. Well, it's coming up on Kidneyversary.
Oh. Well, let
A
me
couple
know.
of months.
I haven't seen Troy in April in a couple of years. So, just between everything.
We'll make it down
Between
there.
life and everything. And then COVID.
God.
So, for those of you who don't know, our friend Troy, I gave him a kidney. So, that's why it's called Kidneyversary.
What if you need another one?
I'm fucked. Actually, I get top of the list then if I need one.
Do you really?
Yep.
Because he's an angel. He's an angel in disguise.
I'm a lamb.
You get the angel part right.
You got all sorts of them there. Yeah, all sorts of killing shots. All sorts of destruction. There you go. There you go. Oh, that's what you needed.
That's a bingo.
He didn't just get shot.
He only needed one, and he got it.
You got
so
that.
now we have a unit that's been completely wiped out.
Okay.
So I'm
So we
assuming
take
this guy
that and
goes
we
out.
set it aside.
Yep.
Okay. But that was like
I
young
kinda
gun
assumed.
shots.
Oh, God.
You didn't just get
That was
die.
just-
It's like
Where's
yeah.
the closing music from
Yeah.
Young Guns?
yeah. I don't have that.
Oh shit!
I don't have that at
Well,
the
here
ready.
comes another one.
I wasn't planning on a western.
We're gonna watch this again.
I'm gonna fire.
Granted, I was a little more aggressive than I probably would be in a normal game, but
B.
just so
Aggressive. B.
we can actually see some gameplay as opposed to Scott and I maneuvering around the board trying to get a shot on each
This
other
is
the whole time.
fun.
Instead of
Nobody says
sticking my guys behind hills and cover the entire time, and the anti-tank dude just being like, "Yep, we're gonna lob shells all over the board."
Oh, we got something for his ass next.
Right? Yeah, it's called a pincer maneuver, and you're gonna mob him.
Only if the dice let you.
Ooh, there you go. 6, 6, 6, 6.
You know, I'm a big fan of the devil. Especially when he shows up over my dice
Oh
roll.
man, that is a lot of high dice.
Will he survive? Will he
That
need a
dude
medic?
will not survive.
Will he need a medic?
Probably not so much.
Maybe
He's gonna need a corner.
Maybe some butcher paper?
Yeah, he's gonna need a corner. Oh, there you go. All you needed was that 6 there.
1, 2. Buckle my shoe.
Dude's dead.
He's done. Stick a
You
fork
gotta
in him.
pull another one out?
Yeah, he doesn't get an order anymore.
Yep. So one comes out. Oh, I totally expected this with my battle plan. I'm like,
Hey, you can go now.
we're gonna be stupid.
And now we're in cover, so
I know.
You're gonna have to drive forward.
I am.
Move closer so we can do a close combat with the half track.
Well, he already fired, so you're gonna
Oh.
do a close combat with the officers.
Fine.
They're gonna do an advance.
That's a great idea.
So these buildings, you got primed black out there.
So they should be able to make it, what, to the corner?
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. And let's shoot some people, guys!
Well, they moved more than 6, so they're just gonna stand there.
Oh, alright. Let's get in their
Keep
face,
it sexy.
guys!
Keep it sexy, fellas.
Oh my.
Let's get right in their face!
You're gonna charge me?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. 2 dice.
Suicide run!
2 dice.
No, at least Jay, I can say that this is Sunday's first
Oh my
time to
God.
get into the chat, and we welcome
It's
you all the
horrible.
time.
2 and a 3.
You got 1.
I did
You got 1
post. I did post my Twitch stream on a couple
Oh, no,
of
you don't have to worry
different
about it.
Oh,
Facebook
okay.
groups.
Actually, yeah.
Okay, we gotta explain this.
Oh, okay.
No, you can finish.
Okay, I posted on a couple Facebook groups, and I think that's where he came from, which is awesome. I'm assuming that Sunday is a he, too. I don't want to assume. So if you're different, if you're female, that's awesome, too. We would love some female bolt-action players.
I
thought we had Frank.
Oh. I could probably make that happen.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I know people that are really into games.
All right, so you guys, so what's going on here? Should we bring the camera down in?
All right, so my officers are suiciding it here.
I guess they are. Would you normally play like this?
Typically, no. God, if
Okay.
I would have had even one more unit here, no, I would not have done that. But, we're kind of showcasing all the rules here.
Sure.
So.
You didn't hurt me at all. You need to roll like you're inflicting damage.
Yep, that's kind of what I figured.
Okay.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so I get to go now.
All right.
How many guys do I have there? 1, 2, 3, 4.
A whole
6, 7,
lot!
8. So when you attack somebody, they get to attack back.
Oh.
In close combat?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you don't roll for shooting. You just roll to hit
Okay.
for the damage. So I need 5s to wound you.
Oh, there we go. There's 2 of them.
At least 3.
3. Yeah.
So 3 wounds. Your guy's dead now.
Yep. Both of them.
Both of them are dead. Now, what would normally happen is if you have two 10-man teams going at each other like this, you would attack me. I would remove casualties. Whatever I have left, I would attack you with. Whoever did more casualties, let's say you did 3 of the
You
first,
win the round.
you win. Period. The other team is wiped out.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So, ta-da!
Girl just said that she would like to play.
Awesome. She's welcome next week.
Friend of mine.
Oh.
If she's available next week, I bet you Scott would love to come back here and have
She
you
probably won't be available next week,
Well,
but
that's just the way it goes.
yep.
Otherwise, we can make.
Otherwise,
make
it'll happen in the future, though.
Okay, that'd be awesome.
It's interesting. So next action.
Wow.
I feel like a swarming's coming on.
The only 2 dice that are left are mine.
You're right.
So we're gonna do a run.
I feel like there's gonna be some damage happening here.
Could be. And
And you gotta envision some of these guys like picking up their stuff because a miniature, it looks like that, but that's not really how you gotta envision them picking up their stuff, running forward, then dropping down again.
No.
Yeah, there we go. Bring it in. Bring it in. Come on. Bring the pain.
We'll leave it
Bring it
there.
on.
Yes.
I mean, we do have a limited amount of time, so it's a little
We're close to being done.
Yeah. Oh God, yes.
So
Hey, not bad. I mean,
Yeah, I don't
you've
think
got
so
how many units left? 1. All
One.
I'll take your 1 dice there.
there you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you go, sir.
either. Oh well, thanks. I
You
appreciate
shake it up to see if you're gonna be lucky enough to shoot twice. Never. Hey, it's me. How about that shit?
Shocking. That is shocking.
Staggers of mine. We're gonna do a run charge.
Roar! Hey, get close.
So we're attacking this Hanomag. So you're going to go by the rear armor, which is a 5.
Okay.
7 in the front and soft skin, but you always go by the minimal armor. So you -1 for the side. So it goes 7, 6, 5.
Okay.
Okay?
Makes sense.
I have 3 guys that are attacking it. Each one of them has to score a hit, which is higher than a 3. Then I add all those hits together collectively, and then I roll 1 dice and add that dice value to the amount of hits.
Ooh.
So,
Oh,
yes,
God.
and yes. So I have a 2 and a 1. So the 1's a complete whiff, right? But now, I have 2+ for my pen. And then this is going to be the roll to decide if I hit it. So I need to roll a 3 or better. Hey! 3!
Shocking.
So I've hit you.
Crazy.
Now we're going to look at the damage result. On a 1, 2, 3, it's a 3, so it's going to be, get my old man eyes on. You are now on fire.
Of course I am.
He's on fire. Wait a minute.
Because,
Plus 1
today
pin
has
murder.
gone so well for me on roll.
How do you get a pin? Oh, I'll just take one of yours over there.
Yeah. Yep.
So 1 pin marker, then makes a morale check for the vehicle. 2
All right.
dice.
2 dice.
With
What
the
do I
pin, so
need?
you need a 9 or less.
I got a 6.
Good.
So a dice
Place
roll.
a down order down order die on the vehicle to change its current order to down. If the test has failed, the crew abandon the vehicle and is considered knocked out. See below. If the vehicle survives the test, it has 1 or more turrets. Also, roll for turret jam. Roll for turret jam. You need less than a 4 or less.
They said toe
1
jam
or
at
2?
first.
Just 1.
Just 1? Alright.
Roll for toe
Less than
jam.
4. Hey!
Hey!
All
So
right.
things did go my way a little bit.
You didn't die.
I didn't die.
Totally. Okay. Well, that was rock and roll.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, your turn.
It's all my turn now.
It is because I only have 1 die left.
And you're on fire.
And I'm on fire. He basically needs like one hit.
That's not, back in the day, being on fire was a good term.
They're going to hold. I'm going to do a rally on them.
So you get rid of...
And do a rally. You get rid of 3, but I only have 2. So
nice.
now they're good to go, yo.
Yo, yo, yo.
And they're going to do...
It's the show.
They're going to set up for an ambush. Because I can. It makes no sense to do anything else with them, because this next turn's going to be really funny.
Oh god, this next turn's going to destroy me.
So they're going to be ambushing? No, they're not. They're rallied, kids.
They're
Like
rallied,
I say,
they're ambushed.
They did a charge.
Yep.
I don't even know I'm bothering to take them out.
Right?
You can have that because you're down.
Because I'm down.
Yep, and you can choose to stay down.
Might as well, yeah.
I wonder who goes next.
Right?
Well, we're going to do another charge. And this time it's going to be 10 dudes. We want to make sure that...
Like you do, 10 dudes.
Hanameg needs to be Hanagon. For Hanukkah. Like that, I rolled that dice too. Because I could. So I have struck you for 6 hits.
Yeah.
6 plus is automatic, so yeah, I hit you for a pen. And this is the second hit on a vehicle that's been hit already. And that is
Oh god!
that is a ulcer to your anus
Yep.
right there. And
Dude
that
blows up.
and that is what they call a ball game, kids.
All right.
This always reminds me of Heat Miser from
Dun, dun,
Rankin
dun,
Bass
dun,
Rudolph.
dun, 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 dun. I'm
I'm
Mr. Great Blister. I'm Mr. Sun. Do-do-do-do.
Like it goes.
All right. So, Jason, for your first time ever playing this game, what do you think?
I think I'd choose a different faction.
A different list.
You didn't like this? You didn't like them? You didn't like them Germans?
This
No.
is not an indicative list of what the Germans can do.
Yeah,
No,
not so much. I mean,
Well, it's not just thing, but
their basics are pretty fucking basic.
well, and Scott was kind of on fire with rolling. Those
He
dice.
was.
But-
I can't lie about that. I mean, he rolled so many 6s and 5s. It was ridiculous.
But did you enjoy
I'm
the
in
game?
shock.
I did.
myself.
I did. I mean,
It's fast.
It is. You know, especially because you've got 2 people that have played, turn-based miniatures before.
Now,
So
you never played 40K before, right?
nope.
No,
Nope.
so you don't know
40K was not my thing.
You never knew the draw of like rolling 30 million dice.
I
and
do
going
not.
on
I am
charts
really
and
not
all that
interested in that.
stuff. Okay.
I kind of like the clicks a lot more, where it was a lot faster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still a fan of those too, but
Yep.
I stopped playing that pretty much.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is fast still.
Yep.
At least. I mean,
Yeah,
the
what was
nuance.
overall, about less than an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an hour.
The
Yeah.
This is about
nuances.
500 points or less.
Yeah, the nuances. I guess I could see learning more as we go.
Yep.
The other thing you got to remember is this is a very tight area.
Yeah.
We're normally playing on a 4x6 area, and
Okay.
you're gonna have a lot more room to fuck up.
And a
Yeah.
lot more stuff going on.
Yeah, your army list is gonna be much bigger.
And
Yeah.
and just from experience in playing, that 4x6 will look really big at first until you're getting in battle, and then it looks
Yeah.
really tight.
Yep. And that's the
Especially
thing.
when the Panzers come rolling in.
And that's
Right.
like I said too in the beginning. I was like, I went pretty aggressive right off the bat. Just
and you
on
found out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was like, let's
It's
get
the
spanked.
It's the Rittenhouse rule. Fuck around and find out.
Yep.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, you do that shit.
Yep. I was like, let's see
Come at me,
how
bro.
aggressive we get. I'm like, I didn't roll well. Oh, Scott rolled really well and wiped my unit right off the board.
That
It's like,
happens.
it happens. No big deal.
All right.
I would totally play this game again. In fact, well, I'm not much of a painter, but I mean,
Well, that's fun because I have the easiest paint scheme.
Well,
Japanese.
I'm thinking.
We'll talk about this.
Well, and I'm thinking one thing to do, because obviously we're probably going to want to play another couple rounds at some, not tonight,
no.
but in the future, maybe on
Yeah.
a stream or something. But maybe what we should do one night is sit down and do some painting and stream that and talk about painting and painting schemes and things like that. Scott knows some great tips and tricks on painting.
You guys
I
can
know
teach
some of
me.
that. Yep, how to assemble models.
Yes.
Yeah, Scott can teach you.
I am not an artist, not at all. In fact,
I heard the same thing from another person too.
I have multiple
You've seen
miniatures
what he can do.
games, and I need to paint the Lockdown, Nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
I have both of those games. I need to paint the miniatures. Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. I need to paint 5 billion miniatures for that game.
Well, here's a simple thing like this. Great for people. Something like this, and this is nothing for painting. I turned into that.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, and it's not hard. I'm not. And I'll say this: I'm not Jeff Wisniewski, like, sit down and do every little line type of deal.
Why you gotta throw shade? Why you gotta throw shade?
I'm not
He's
throwing
here.
shade. I'm just stating a fact. He's more detail orientated, but I'm throwing shade. But to take something like this and to turn it into something that's like this, it's pretty. To me, this is pretty easy. Scott would think that this is pretty easy. But to someone like you to look at this and go,
I
like
use
this,
the word
it's like, what would you?
when I don't want to insult people, I say rudimentary.
Yeah.
It's a very rudimentary paint scheme, meaning simple but effective.
But even basic stuff, I don't know where my.
Wow, that is far heavier than I thought it would be.
That's resin.
Yeah.
That's the resin. That's what you find in the bottom of the bone.
Or even this is from Dust 1947, but to take a guy that would normally look,
What's dust?
well, would look like this as a primed guy, and to turn him into something that looks more like this, that would seem daunting to some people.
I'm overwhelmed.
And you're not overwhelmed, but it is. For some people that just
Beyond
seems
me.
overwhelmed. Yeah, but it's not.
Beyond
It's not
me.
something that can't be
You
taught.
say that today.
Yeah.
You say that today.
That is true, yes.
And I think,
It's all about learning.
and I'll tell you this: one of my goals with the Dorkfather stream isn't just to be my stream; it's to be everyone's stream. It's to teach stuff like this and to show people that there's other things going on out there.
Ryan, give me a glass.
Oh no! Oh, here we go. Whew.
We're almost through the bottle.
Are we? Awesome. I got it.
We have that much. We literally have the base of the bottle left.
All right. Well, proster.
Cheers.
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 I'm not gonna drink mine that fast. But anyways, it's bring people like you, who's been a friend of mine for a long time. You're a great gamer,
Forever.
Forever.
We've been friends
and to
for-
bring other friends together and learn how to play and do some of these things, and to show the world that it's not that hard to do, and to invite them into our little world.
I have been teaching my daughter now the past couple of weeks. I started her off easy on some dice games, and I'm slowly bringing her into card games at this point, and eventually like miniatures games.
Yep.
But she really likes gaming. I have another friend whose daughter is really into gaming, so it's a great way because at least the girls, they're the same age, so they can play together while with the two fathers. And
Well, and let's admit, usually a lot of times it's fathers and sons who sit down and play games.
it kind of is.
You got a daughter. I know
do.
Mikey's got a daughter.
Mike's got
Three.
Three. Sorry.
But besides having my two boys, I have a daughter too, who I think would enjoy this kind of stuff too. Maybe
Yep.
not this particular game,
maybe Dice Miner.
Dice Miner, something like that. And it's really quite a bonding experience.
Yes, getting into your earlier,
But anyways,
earlier conversation.
Totally
so
gonna make that game.
final takeaways on anything?
I will be totally more careful next time.
Scott, is your schedule open for next week to play
I'll be
another?
here next Wednesday.
You want be here next Wednesday?
I should be available next Wednesday.
If not,
yeah.
I'll be here because otherwise,
Where else?
I don't know who else would be
Who knows?
here.
Maybe I run the board and you play.
That's fine with me, or maybe we'll play together and Scott will
There we go.
help us out because I'll be honest, as much as I play for a lot of games,
You guys can play each other. I'll walk you through it because it's just
do
too
that too.
easy for me at this point.
Right?
Yeah, the rest of
I've got enough wins already. I don't need to pad my resume.
Well, and I think
To watch us.
Jason
Stumble
also
our way
would
through.
really like Test of Honor.
Oh, yeah.
I think he'd like Test of Honor, which
Yeah.
is a Japanese samurai game.
Ooh, yeah,
Published
I would
author?
totally like that.
Yeah.
Published
Co-author.
author right here.
I would
And
like
then
I worked on the game.
Nice.
Then we
I'm giving
have-
you the rule book.
then we do have Dust 1947, which I think he would love too, even though it is currently on a hiatus.
0200.
0200, which is a sneaky
Current game.
World War
I'm
II
working
game.
on.
It's more of a spine, sneak into it.
Splinter Cell.
Yes. Splinter Cell's type. That would be
It's not about killing the poor bastards. It's about sneaking past them and blowing up his building.
I like it.
Right?
And you
All
get
right.
to use the same goddamn models.
All right. Then again, we had Bolt Action that we were playing tonight. There's music playing. And from that, you get it from Warlord Games. And you can also go on. You can go to your local game store and
Always
get
go
it.
to your local game store no
That
matter
is
what.
always the best way to do it, unless they're having a sale.
Just to check in with them.
Unless there's a sale
Oh,
on the website,
And my shirt tonight was Godzilla and Cthulhu battling it out.
which is awesome.
Because last time you made me show them my shirt. So
Well, at least you didn't take your shirt off this time.
I,
And my
there
shirt
was
tonight
no,
is on my body.
there was no asks for that. There was a much more personal ask, which isn't happening.
I just say if someone can demand
Tonight.
you to take off your shirt, you
Yes.
can demand them to take their shirt off in public. So.
Right?
And with that, we're gonna go and
Totally
go
would.
through. Right? Let's go to some of the things that are coming up here. First, we want to thank you from the Nerds with Curds Network. We got Joshua Turbo, who runs gaming on Tuesdays and Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. We got myself, the Dorkfather, running on Twitch at 8 o'clock Wednesdays and then randomly throughout the week. And coming soon, Naked at 9 with Xavier Michaels on YouTube, where you can replenish your cup of pop culture. We got EverCon coming up March 4th through the 6th, 2022. If you didn't know, there's music playing underneath us too.
Yeah,
You
I
just
see
can't hear
that.
it. All right.
Wow, super
Board,
neat.
board games, role-playing games, right? Collectible card games, retro video games, vendors, and more. EverCon.org.
God.
The Video Game Museum is double in size. It has doubled in size this year. We will have a ton more with that. And once again, with that, thank you very much for joining. I am the Dorkfather, Jason Peroutka, and Scott is already out the door. We want to thank you for joining us, and have yourselves a wonderful night. And remember to game on.
Gross.